Hey everyone, this is Ravenous Blog Animation Bliss, and welcome to another underrated animation corner. So today's underrated animation I'll be talking about today is Christmas in Tattertown. Now, before I get into my thoughts about this special, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted every Sunday. It can be Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Sunday evening, depending on when we can get the videos posted up. And if you haven't seen any videos posted up during the week, that must mean that there was a bit of anime news released in the week that we wanted to cover. So those would be considered special videos. And we might start dropping in some videos every day from this point onwards. So along with the special videos, we might actually have some videos that are like anime discussions and stuff like that, so we'll see about that in the near future. But anyway, let's get on to this anime special. So before I get into my thoughts about Christmas in Tattertown, I would like to give out a brief history about this special. So originally, this special aired on Nickelodeon, and it was supposed to be a TV series that was going to show up on Nickelodeon, and it would have been the first Nicktoon made on Nickelodeon. And this series was created by Ralph Bakshi, who is well known for creating shows like Fritz the Cat and Cool World. But yeah, they were going to make a 39 episode series of the Tattertown series, but unfortunately Nickelodeon decided to abandon the project, and so all we got from this was Christmas in Tattertown, which was the pilot episode. And even though it showed up on Nickelodeon a few years, Ralph Bakshi was able to get the rights back to the pilot, and that's probably why it hasn't shown up on Nickelodeon for so many years. But I do remember watching the show a bit when I was very, very little. I remember it used to air on Nickelodeon like that one time I saw it. And the only thing I ever remember from the show was like it was about a girl and a doll who was like celebrating Christmas. And I was trying to find this special for years and trying to figure out what the name of the special was, but now I finally found it, and it's called Christmas in Tattertown. So I was like, I don't think I imagined all this. I know I've seen this when I was little. So I was glad to find this Christmas special after all these years. But anyway, this is what the special is all about. It's about a young girl named Debbie who falls into the land of Tattertown with her faithful toy dog and her doll Miss Muffet. And at first, when they got there, Debbie starts chasing her doll Miss Muffet, because Miss Muffet was like getting used to the idea of being alive after all these years, but she also hated being played with by Debbie. So she tries to escape from Debbie. And once Miss Muffet escapes to the inner towns of Tattertown, she starts creating a mob, or creating a mafia of some sorts within Tattertown, and she tries to destroy Christmas, because that would mean that she had to go back to Debbie and be hugged by Debbie all the time. And she tries to go out of her way to try to bomb Tattertown at towards the end of the special. Also during the special, Debbie tries to teach the citizens of Tattertown what Christmas is all about, and she was having a rough time trying to teach them what Christmas is all about, because everybody keeps misunderstanding everything that she said. And that's basically the gist of this special. It's basically about Miss Muffet trying to cause trouble in Tattertown, and it's also about Debbie trying to teach the citizens of Tattertown what Christmas is all about. So what are my thoughts about this special? I thought this was a really unusual special. Like, it's been years since I last seen this special, and like I mentioned before, the only thing I remember about this special was that it was about a girl and her doll, and they were trying to show Christmas to the town of Tattertown. Um but yeah, I thought this was a very unique and creative little special. I really like the fact that this special pays homage to the old classic cartoons of the 1920s to the 1930s, like most of the old Flesher cartoons. And you get to see that in the animation style, and you get to see that in the world they live in. So I really enjoyed the surrealism that happens in this short, and also the fact that it's a nod to the older cartoons from the 1920s and the 1930s. I also found the premise about Tattertown to be very interesting. Like, it's a town full of discarded toys, and how they lived down there for so many years. So I like that idea a lot. And I would have loved to see them actually make a TV series out of this little pilot. Like, it would have been interesting to see more of the world of Tattertown, and see how the all these toys live on in Tattertown and what kind of things they do in Tattertown. I also really like the character Miss Muffet, even though she was like the villain of the piece. She is like the most interesting character in the special because we get to see how she tries to start a mob in Tattertown and how she a mafia in Tattertown or something like that, and how she tries to take over Tattertown while trying to escape from Debbie, her owner. So she was just such an entertaining character in the special. And I really like the scenes with her, and I would have loved to see more of Miss Muffet in the near future if they had ever picked up on the show. But here are some things I didn't like about this special. One of the things I didn't like, I didn't care for the character of Debbie that much. Like, she's the protagonist of the whole special, but I felt like she was just too stuck up for the special. It seems like she was trying to force the people of Tattertown to celebrate Christmas when they haven't celebrated before. And I was like, well, it's not fair that you're forcing a holiday on these citizens. I mean, I can understand the citizens of Tattertown were like, we haven't heard of Christmas before, but we would like to celebrate it. What do you know about Christmas? And she'd be like, okay, well, this is what I know about Christmas. So if you guys want to celebrate it, okay, I'll teach you what Christmas is all about. I think that's how it should have gone instead of like her kind of forcing Christmas on Tattertown when she could have been like, well, this is what Christmas is all about, and if you want to celebrate the holiday, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But yeah, I felt like she was very stuck up throughout the whole special, and it was kind of hard for me to really sympathize with her. And I actually sympathized more with Miss Muffet because she was Debbie's toy. She was just sick and tired of being Debbie's toy, so I kind of sympathized with her a little more. I also felt like the plot of this special kind of moved too fast at times. Like, we didn't get a chance to really explore the world of Tattertown or why Debbie and Miss Muffet are there in the first place. Like, the special never really explained any of that, and I would have liked it better if the special had just tried to explain about Tattertown itself and explain about why Debbie and Miss Muffet are there in the first place. But overall, even though I wanted them to explore more of the world of Tattertown and I wanted the characters to be more sympathetic, I did really enjoy Christmas in Tattertown, and I think it's a shame that the show didn't get picked up. I would have loved to see more of the world of Tattertown and see how the characters progress from that point forward. I don't think making this a Christmas special was a way to go for a pilot episode, but as a standalone Christmas episode, it's pretty decent. But yeah, I would have liked to learn more about the world of Tattertown and the characters themselves. But overall, it's still a really enjoyable little special, and one I'm definitely going to try to start watching every year whenever I can. So that's my thoughts about Christmas in Tattertown, and let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen Christmas in Tattertown? And if you have, did you like the show? Did you hate the show? Please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on any new videos we post up, and also like our Facebook page. And also support us through Patreon so we can continue to push out great content for this channel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabia's Blog Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.